Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Milu. I was born clairvoyant, psychic, and a medium. If you are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for your support. I would like to, before I go any further and forget, because I'm ready to go, I would like to say thanks to Copy's mom, Linda, and anyone else who can help me today. I appreciate it anytime, whether you can or not. I don't know how many of you, I'm sure if not all of you, watched the press conference the doctors had this morning about Trump. I tweeted how I felt. I saw that, immediately. And I believe I even tweeted while they were speaking. I feel they were all telling us stories, basically lie for Trump. You know, what's concerning about this? How many people are willing to lie on Trump's behalf? This is what I feel is scary. Stacey Ann is saying the doctor was very evasive. Yeah, but everywhere he goes, he finds people who are willing to lie for him and to go along with everything else that he has to say. To me, that's very concerning. Thank you very much, Catherine Wodier, for the super chat and your generosity. I appreciate it. In any event, I feel they were not telling the truth. I don't feel Trump is doing well. And as I was watching the press conference, I said something about we may wake up one day and Trump is gone. You know something? I feel that's basically what happened. We woke up, we found out Trump is infected with COVID. His fault, because he thought he was invincible, and his arrogance, and his family, his kids and his wife feel the same way, including the cult he has following him. And a whole bunch of them have gotten sick. Chris Christie's infected. Expect Giuliani's to come as well, unfortunately for them. But they all were enabling Trump and his misdeeds. And I feel they were all making major mistakes, just like those who supported Papa Doc in Haiti before he became a full-fledged dictator. And those people thought they were going to be his right-hand man, and they were in the circle and blah, blah, blah. It's the same fate awaited those guys. Unfortunately for them, they made a major mistake. They listened to a con man, and now some of them, he may have conned them out of, well, that was the way they were supposed to go, if any of them go out of the, living longer, basically. But, we did wake up yesterday morning and find out that Trump is on his way out. And I am saying this not to be mean, but I feel this presidency is over. Even if Trump survives this, it's going to be a long haul to regain his faculties, if you will. I don't feel Trump is going to be the same. I hope the remedies, the treatment they are providing him work, but I don't feel. And also I said Trump may just walk away. Charlie C. Sage is asking, his boss sick? Yes, he's sick upstairs, But we're going to hear of more people who are positive, unfortunately. And it's all going to be because of Trump, his selfishness, his ego, his ignorance. And these people are supposed to be smart people. And I know right now, as I'm saying this, Chris Christie is kicking himself, saying he should have known better. It is unfortunate. They let themselves, and they know Trump is a con man. You see his behavior, but they went anyway. And some of them we are not going to hear. More people are going to be positive. Some we are not going to hear about immediately. And the other person I heard, Kellyanne Conway. I thought she quit. I could not believe last night on Twitter. I believe it was last night. I was on Twitter, and her daughter basically, her TikTok. They had something about her TikTok on Twitter. She said her mother is positive and how she hates Trump. Yes, a lot of people are really going to hate Trump and this con family. Guys, regardless of what happens to Trump, the arrogance of this family, they're going to pay for it. If you look at their faces during the debate with Biden, they are so arrogant. The arrogance is dripping off of their faces. And you know what? Today they are all feeling very small. And truly, that's what I feel. And also Eric Trump, I believe I said, well, I don't recall if I said that, but he's going to be, I think I did, but he will be testifying in front of the grand jury on Monday. All these people, they have a lot coming their way. Legal battles. Among battles, they're going to be fighting among themselves over money. There's going to be a major price. And also, we're going to hear of more senators. Ron Johnson is positive. Tillis is positive. There's another guy, the first one, I forget his name, is positive. The very first one who was going around hugging people. I saw this guy. I'm talking about the event that they attended at the White House last Saturday for the judge. Well, not judge, for the potential justice. I believe his name is Lee. For some reason, Lee's coming to mind. The way he was hugging people as if everything was fine, no problem. And most of them were behaving that way, And little did that guy know he was either spreading this thing or that's how he got infected. I am not happy for them, but something, I feel all of them intuitively. Right now, they are still behaving with that cult mentality. But I feel give it another week or so, we're going to hear about some recrimination. And like I said yesterday at 12 o'clock, Trump was going to go to Walter Reed. I simply wanted to bring that up because I mentioned it yesterday in yesterday's stream. And I didn't think it was going to be yesterday. I thought it was going to be over the weekend, maybe tomorrow. I'm being honest because I can confuse time. And this disease is really that nasty. It progressed a lot faster once you start feeling symptoms. If you are in that vulnerable age bracket. But I did mention it and I was surprised that it happened so soon. I feel like saying we're going to hear of more people who got infected from this. It is unfortunate because of one man. And some of those people we're going to hear as well. You know something? I don't know who these people are going to sue, but somebody or some people are going to put together. There is a lawsuit coming for the Trumps, and it's going to be from people who were infected by this thing this past Tuesday or whatever at Bedminster, wherever he had that fundraising. Because this afternoon I was focusing on some of that energy, the people who were there. There is a lot of anger, and some of them are talking lawsuits. Some of them may not be. I hope they all survive. But they are talking lawsuits, whether they are here or not, since they feel this is something that the Trump will understand. That's why they'll do it. I feel like saying, and you know something? People in the Trump base, those who accepted him as a liar and someone who's doing things that he's not supposed to, are going to be turning on Trump as well. Because after all this claiming that this is a hoax, this is not true, he became infected with it. And now his life is on the line. And some of those people are feeling as we speak that they don't like it. It feels like to me because they feel it could be them. And they feel that he's reckless. Before they were closing their eyes and they didn't want to admit it. But now a lot of them are realizing how reckless Trump is and how selfishly he was putting that many people's lives on the line. And I'll tell you what, no one said anything, or very few, well, besides Democrats who complained about Trump carelessness and recklessness when Cain died. But some of those people who may potentially die this time around, it's not the people from his base are not going to be silent. It feels like to me. You know, the only thing I was shocked earlier today, I shouldn't be shocked, but I was surprised. A gentleman who was going somewhere to vote, I saw it on MSNBC. I don't know how many of you saw that clip on MSNBC. They were one of their correspondents was talking to voters. And a gentleman says that he's a doctor, but he's going to vote for Trump because he likes Trump financial policies. You know, if Trump was to win another 4 years, what good is it? Yes, you have money, but you can't enjoy it. Let me tell you, even in Haiti, I remember when I was growing up, okay, what good is it if you have money? You can't go out anywhere and say whatever you want, okay? Even if you buy a car, you're driving down the street. It happened to me when I was very young. I have to confess, my father left a car when he came to this country. So I used to take the car, and I was about 13, 14, and drive it around the neighborhood. And one day, one of Trump's makouts, I mean, not Trump, well, that's what he was cultivating in this country. One of Papa Doc's, they used to call him his makouts. Those like the equivalent of the militia that we have here that Trump has been grooming. One of them saw me driving the car. He took the car from me. Thank God I had, well, I had a friend at the time who was friend with Papa Doc's son, and he was able to call somebody to go get the car back for me. Now imagine, okay, in this country, you buy a beautiful Maserati or a Lamborghini or a Porsche, you're driving it and somebody stops you. He is one of Trump militias and he likes the car, he's going to take it. That's what happens in those countries. So when that doctor said that this morning, it shocked me. Someone who, I mean, a lot of them are not very bright. I mean, you know, because I have a lot of doctors in my family. I know. If you have a very good memory, okay, you can be a doctor because it takes a lot of memorization. I mean, don't get me wrong. You have to be smart. You have to have a certain level of intelligence. But a lot of these people have no common sense, like that guy I saw this morning on TV stating he likes Trump's policies simply for one thing, because I guess his money, the interest in his money or wherever, his investment, I'm sure he's an investor in the stock market. That's why he was talking that way, and probably has a 401k. The stock market has been rising. So he feels he didn't care. But guess what? Little that he knows, what good would that money do him? The only thing he could do is go buy food with it. Because when you live in those countries, you are subject to one of those militias that Trump has been grooming to seize your home, your car, because they want it. And they're going to take it. And if they kick you out, you don't want to get out, they'll kill you. That's what these people are playing with, but they are too dumb to understand what they are playing with if Trump were to succeed. So, in a way, I feel right now where we are, I don't feel Trump. I mean, the Republican Party, as I've stated earlier, is a cult. But intuitively, that's where I felt Trump was taking us with the adherence of McConnell and company. I don't think adherence is the right word. Adhesion, well, McConnell agreed to go there and the rest of the Republican leadership. Unfortunately for them, that didn't work out very well. It would have failed anyway. Thank you very much, Susie Bell, for your generosity and your super chat. I really appreciate it. Milo, Susie Bell is asking, Milo, will Jared and Ivanka get sick? I'm not getting that. Are these people going to get it, recover and be like, COVID is no big deal? Some of them will worry about that. Yes. If Trump, intuitively, I feel where Trump is right now, yes, he's having it the worst way. And they mentioned it yesterday, but I knew that's where it was going to go anyway. He's having trouble breathing. Once, from what I hear, I'm not a doctor, but intuitively, I feel they were correct. And since I'm not a doctor, I don't know all the medical ways things this can affect you and how. My prediction is Trump is not going to be himself if he survives this to become president again. or maybe, from what I understand, we had a president who had a heart attack. I'm sure some of you will tell me who that is. He put his wife in charge because he didn't want anyone to know that he was incapacitated. So his wife basically was in charge. Since Trump always want Ivanka, but I don't even think he's going to be able to do that. I'm just saying here, please don't get excited, friends. Ivanka is not going to be president. But what I'm trying to say is that has to do with the 25th Amendment. Okay? But I feel Republicans are going to want Pence to occupy the spot. That's what I feel. But intuitively, they are talking about the next debate. I don't see it between Trump and Biden. And I feel Biden is going to keep cruising until election day. The other thing I feel Republicans are trying to do, they're still trying to manipulate the vote behind the scenes, by the way. And like I have said for months now, they are doing things that I don't know, but that's making them behave in a very arrogant manner because they know they have something under their sleeves. They may still be able to stay in power. But I feel like Obama used to say, they're about to get the shellac of, they're about to get shellacked. That's what Obama used to say. So I don't feel Republicans are going to succeed. And they're going to have a lot to answer for. You know, we are watching the beginning of this yesterday and today for the weekend. The country, those who say they don't feel sorry for Trump and those who are in shock. I'm not shocked that this happened. Like I told you about what I saw, that sheet that I saw hovering on top of the White House. I did not know what was going to happen, but I expected something to take him out of the situation because of that black thing I saw hanging over the White House. That's why I am saying people are expecting him. And I mean, can you imagine in 2 weeks, this guy, basically his life is on the line right now, and they think he's going to be able to stand up and debate? You go through a bad flu, you feel weak after you're done. And if you listen to people who had this thing and survived with not much with their health almost 100% intact, they tell you afterward it's a challenge. First of all, you're going to lose weight. Second, your mind is going to be foggy, among other things. So can we imagine, guys, from what I understand, the next debate is in about 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks or something like that with Biden? How is he going to do that? And two, I wouldn't want to be in a room with him. And you know something? If it was intuitively, I know people are saying it on Twitter. If we remember the way he treated Hillary when Hillary had a simple pneumonia, he mocked Hillary. If it was Biden, do you know what this guy would be doing yesterday and today? Having a party. He couldn't care less. Biden is being a nice person and pulled some of his advertisement. Trump would not do that. He would be having a ball because he's going to win. So I hope Biden put everything back because Trump wouldn't do it for him. Yes, I know we have to be bigger than that. Not with someone like Trump. In any event, my prediction is I feel we've seen the last of the Trump. The presidency is going to run until January 21st or 23rd. I don't remember now. Okay. Because Pence may have to take over, or Pence may have to run the day-to-day, however they go about doing it. But I feel basically this is over. When I talked with him today, even if all the treatments they gave him work, and no, I don't feel he's doing as well as they're saying that he's doing. Whoever tweeted this morning, there was a tweet this morning under his name. It wasn't Trump. But I feel this disease is going to take such a toll on him. He's not going to be able to get back and be the way he was before. He will probably have Pence as a front man, and since he needs a pardon if he survives, Pence will pardon him, and then they keep going. But for all intents and purposes, I would be surprised. I'd be shocked if Trump was able to come back. They were talking about hold rallies, and keep doing some of the stuff that he had been doing. And no, if he were to survive, he's not going to change, by the way. And nobody around him, as we've been hearing. Exactly. But like I said, Mulu he's saying, please, Minu said the debate between Pence and Kamala won't be canceled. Chances are no, but they're having some kind of issue with location, from what I understand. So guys, I don't feel Pence want to be there. And it's not because of anything. He knows Kamala will do a job on him. That's why. If they can find a way to cancel this debate, they're going to cancel it. Let's put it this way, okay? But Kamala is ready to go. It's a matter of if Pence wants to debate. But you know something? It's okay too if they don't debate, because a lot of those guys. So I was reading something this morning, a little while ago, right before I came on Twitter. Somebody said it seems like, and I mentioned that the day before yesterday, COVID has been circling the wagon around Trump and Trump entourage since the 25th of September. I don't remember what event Trump took place, but it seems like some people got infected at that event, and they were carrying it around until it reached Trump and the rest of the Republicans, who were ignoring CDC's guidelines. That's how Trump, and some people are saying other people did it to them. No. Their arrogance and ignorance, they did themselves. They did it to themselves. No one did anything to these people. So, because this is a virus, we are all subject to catching it. So if you go and infect somebody, you think, you did it. You think you're going to get away with it? It may come back to bite somebody in your family. So the Democratic Party is that as dumb as Republicans are to go and do something like that. They were careless, not wearing masks, not being safe. They contaminated themselves. Okay. I have to get a mouse for this machine. I'm still using a laptop, friends. So if I have to lean forward a little bit. Elizabeth C. saying they need to blame themselves. Exactly, because they were there. Yep. They were not trying to be safe. It's like they were invincible, just like their dear leader. And look at where it got him. Let's see, I'm looking for questions. Yes, Salome, I agree. Their own reckless, yes, stupidity and arrogance got the GOP. Yep. And you know something? A lot of people are saying that too. Uh, there is a pastor, I forget his name, or bishop, who's a Trump fan who tweeted today that maybe Democrats, did something. Are you kidding me? I forget his name, but I'm sure some of you know who I'm talking about. He's one of those Trump pastors or whatever he calls himself. Not There are two prominent pastors. I forget their names, but the big one, you will know who I'm talking about, is the one who said maybe it was a setup. Somebody sent someone on purpose or something to that effect. So, yeah. Sandra said, is Barr going to get it? He stood next to Kelly and the whole time. You know, I don't know. I am not seeing Barr. And also the way I'm going to stick with my vision. The way I see Barr getting in trouble is not from this. If I see, those people, I didn't look into Barr. In fact, I almost forgot about him. Yes, you're right. I saw him and in one of those clips. In fact, I saw him. He was talking to Kellyanne Conway, if I'm not mistaken. But I still feel Barr. And you know something? The other frightening thing, some of those people will become carriers, which is even more dangerous because a lot of them, it seems like to me, don't want to go and get tested. And they're going to be carrying around and infect more people. And you know something? Some of those Republicans are so mean-spirited. I wouldn't be surprised if they go around on purposely, just like some people I heard who have done it. In fact, a couple in Florida was arrested because they were tested positive. They were told to quarantine at home. They didn't. They went out shopping and continued living their lives until they got arrested. I believe a neighbor reported them. So I wouldn't be surprised if some Republicans were doing the same thing because a lot of them, I understand the fear, okay, of, go out and get tested for something like that. I agree and I understand that, okay? But if you feel you are exposed to someone who had it, at least try to mitigate, do something to protect others. Unfortunately, I don't feel very good about some of them doing something like that, taking responsibility and protect others. As we know, I was just reminded, some of them have had the disease and they went, I forget his name, the guy who's supposed to be an eye doctor. You guys know who I'm talking about. His father was in the Senate, I believe, as well. Okay. A couple of them were infected. They still went to work and as if they were well, nothing was wrong. So it scares me a little bit. Okay. Ron Paul, thank you, Woods Fanatic. Woods Fanatic, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, Ron Paul is who I'm talking about. And there was another one too. Okay. I am looking. Will more ballot collection places open in Texas? Only one for each county now. I heard they're going to sue the governor, and I feel they will succeed because basically they are trying to voter suppression. They are preventing some people from exercising their right to vote, exercising their right to vote. Basically, that's what they're doing. My thought said, Hope ride home with Stephen Miller. Are you serious? Well, if she has a mask, if she wears a mask and he wears a mask, and they crack the windows a little bit, he should be okay. Well, Stephen Miller had it because his wife had it. So But the reason why I am saying if Hope Hicks had a mask, was wearing a mask, and Stephen Miller was wearing a mask, if he had never been infected, is because of the example they gave of a beautician who was infected, but she was wearing a mask. Her client was wearing a mask. She had a client. I believe she was doing the client's hair or something. Okay, but they were. I mean, I used to work. I didn't work there. I used to go there to get clients, and I ended up spending a lot of time there. So I know these people. They're like therapists. When women go get their hair done, oh my God, it's amazing. They talk about everything. And it's nonstop talking. And the beautician did not pass it to the client. So that's why I am saying, yes, it is. If the person if both people are wearing a mask, and since Miller knows that she's infected, crack the windows, it should be fine. Queen E is saying, did anyone listen to the tapes about Trump's wife? You mean the tape she was recorded? Yes. And I was not surprised. And I've said that before a long time ago. She's just like Trump. They are all the same type of people, guys. The only thing is you don't hear from her. As you can see, Don Jr., the apple didn't fall the same way. Ivanka, you simply don't know her well. She's just probably worse than her father, because to me, it feels like Ivanka is pretty greedy and everything is for her. That's what I get when I look at Ivanka intuitively. So, yeah, it's not good. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down and answer one more question, and then I will start my weekend. Let's see. William Shapson says the hoax president gets the hoax virus. Comic action. I'm not going to say the other word. Okay, the generals are, Michelle Yeager is saying, the generals are bidding tie rump with socks with bars of soap in them right now. Oh, yes. I don't envy this guy at all. Oh my God. I was reading a tweet this morning. Someone was saying who had it and they recovered, thank God, was saying, when you have this thing, first of all, you are frightened to death because you don't know what's coming from 1 minute to the next. And also you are shaking from the fever and among other symptoms that you have, and you feel alone. So the person was trying to say how they understand how Trump is feeling right now. Somebody I got to scroll up and find out who did this. Magical Mystery, thank you very much for the super chat and your generosity. I really appreciate it. Magical Mystery says, thank you, Milu. You are very welcome. And having said that, friends, thank you very much for your support and for spending some time with me. It's time to go. I will see you Monday, same time. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website, I'm going to put it on the video in a few, because this is not, I'm using I'm using StreamYard today because for some reason, I tried the usual application. It didn't work today. Thank you very much, Heidi. Heidi is asking, will Trump be back in the White House? I doubt it, Heidi. I would be shocked if that happens. Heidi, can you please call me tomorrow at 2:00? Use my YouTube phone number. Okay. That's what I was talking about earlier. I don't feel Trump is going to be back. Thank you, Dana Brown, for the super chat and your generosity. I really appreciate it. Dana Brown is asking, hi, Milu, I got the band on the 1st. I got the land on the 1st. Please check your email from that day. Will I be successful getting the finance and time? I can confuse time, but I feel like saying you're going to get finance. So yes, I will look for the email. No problem. Let's see. Okay, friends, thank you very much. And if I missed you, it's because I am not using the same software. So it's a little challenging for me. Okay, because I don't see a list. And the other software that I usually use, there's a list of people who donated. I can go and to that tab and thank everyone. And unfortunately, on this one, I don't have it. Let me do something. No, that didn't work. Nope. That's a good suggestion. I should be able to tap or to hover on top of the super chat and see who posted it. Unfortunately, this software doesn't have that. I don't think the other one has it either, but there's a tab I can go into and see who donated and thank them. In any event, if I missed anyone, I apologize, but I'm going to go take a look and I will thank you on Monday. Till then, my friends, thank you very much. And if you would like a reading from me, like I said, I'm going to put the link below the video to my website. You can book or send me an email. I'm going to put the email address in there as well. The link is psychicmilu.com or my email is psychicmilu@aol.com. Again, thank you, everyone. Till Monday. Bye. Please be safe. Wear your mask and your face shield if you have to. Don't worry about people. Just we have to protect ourselves and watch these people, this administration leave the White House. I can't wait. Bye.